Shalom. I want to start out by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Hello Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Uh, Again, the name of the Father is Yahweh, not Jehovah. All right, that's false Hebrew, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Uh, this is me saying this. There's going to be famines, pestilence, and plagues and nation rising against nation. This is happening here in America and the world. Mainly, it's going to be worse in America. Famines, plagues, sedition among men. All these things are happening, and it's mainly happening in America. This is happening now. Again, the RFID microchip implant, where you insert a RFID microchip inside the right hand. They make an incision, insert a RFID microchip inside the right hand. If you do not have it, you can't buy or sell. That's becoming mandatory here in America and the world. It's happening now. And again, every nation, every Muslim president of every Muslim nation is declaring war on Israel or vice versa. And there will be major war, world war, major war in the Persian Gulf. And this is happening now. Again, these prophecies are happening. Kingdoms rising against kingdom, nation rising against nation, plagues, famine, pestilence, sedition among men. These things are happening right now. It's take a good look at Yemen. All right, so I wanted to touch on my last video. I might butcher this again, but either way, this is Revelation 2. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. All right, he's not speaking of the spiritual demon Satan. He's speaking of people, mainly Illuminati, people associated with this system. All right, so the devil are people. Again, Yahweh Shai himself, he said, I have chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil. He's speaking to Judas Iscariot. All right, so I'm going to read this again. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. He's talking of people, casting people in prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation. All right, so there's going to be great tribulation. All right, so this ties into Second Esdras when you hit the 15th chapter, and this ties in with Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7, and Daniel 12. And these things will happen. All right, so and are happening now. All right, so now this is Matthew 24:7. I'll start in 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. These things are happening. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. This is happening now. Everybody hates, America, and every nation is rebuking Saudi Arabia, Israel, and the United States. So nations are rising up right now. There are nations against nations, kingdom against kingdom. All right, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All right, and these things are happening now. There already are earthquakes in diverse places, but famines and pestilences are so easy. It could happen so easily, and it's going to happen mainly here in America, but it's happening in the world, and these things are happening now. All right, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. All right, and this goes into martial law. It goes into the FEMA death camps, concentration camps. These things are real, and these things are here now. This is happening now. And ye shall be hated of all nations. All nations will hate the men of the Lord for his name's sake. All right, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And his name is Yahweh Shai. All right. So these things are happening now. So I just want to touch on this real quick. All right. He wasn't speaking to the spiritual demon Satan. But this is, I just want to make a point. But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. House divided against its house falleth. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because ye say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub. All right, and these guys, the Illuminati, they screw little boys in the butt. They decide who they get to murder and not murder. Look at the quote of Barbara Marx Hubbard. They are the riders of the pale white horse, decide who gets to live, who dies. All right, so it must be the Heavenly Father at work. It it must be the Heavenly Father at work. Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, destroying this wicked system. All right, so with that, I'm gonna say, this is me saying this, there's going to be famines, pestilences, and sedition among men on a major scale, mainly here in America and the world. And this is happening now. Again, you know, the RFID microchip implant, where they make an incision into the right hand and insert a RFID microchip inside the right hand. Uh, if you do not have it, you can't buy or sell. It's becoming mandatory here in America and the world. And this is happening now. Again, every Muslim president, every Muslim nation is declaring war on Israel or vice versa, and there will be world war, major war in the Persian Gulf. And this is happening now. And again, these things are happening now. Nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom, these governments against governments, countries against countries. These things are happening now. And so with that, you know, I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bah Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors Apostle Eldridge, Great Millstone, bless I can push the word in true sincerity. Barakatam, Bah Hashem Yahweh, Bah Hashem Yahweh Shai, Bah Hashem, Racha, Kodash, Shalom. Oh, here it is.